This is the intro to the Strive for 25 podcast, just to give our audience kind of an understanding of what this channel is all about and also the why and what we're looking to accomplish. And I can give you all the background info on who I am and how I got here and all that. But most importantly, I kind of want to share the mission of what we're trying to do with this. And, you know, it kind of goes into, hey, building wealth and the disparity between the top and the bottom and everybody in between. And, the top are getting ahead and the rest are getting left behind. And so that's a well-known kind of fact out there, but that doesn't mean that the rest don't have the ability, the shot, the opportunity to be able to do some pretty cool stuff. And when I say cool stuff, I mean, hey, I share an example about somebody in their late 20s that purchased their fourth home in about a 7-year span, and what I call the stair step method, and started with the mid 500s credit score and no plan, no hope, and somehow got connected to us, and we were able to help them. And this is on the mortgage side of things, and help them put a plan together, get the scores up, and bought the first house, live in it for a period of time, and save up to buy the next one and turn the old one into a rental. And again, save up, buy the third property at a little bit of a higher price and turn the one to a rental, and 150, 250, 350, 450. And when you fast forward the clock, you're talking about a portfolio that'll be worth over $2 million just using moderate appreciation of 3% per year. And, turning $60,000 of down payment money into $1.8 million of net equity. And I'm simplifying this as an example, but this is what this is all about, is showing that, hey, this is an everyday regular person that was able to find a path and get motivated and driven to be able to find a way to be able to get ahead, save money, build wealth, and saw the vision, saw the why, and was able to execute. And, when you say, when I say execute, that's a whole different part of the conversation. Because for this person, they were working a 9-to-5 job and they weren't making the money that they wanted to make. And so they had to figure things out of how to be able to generate more income, so they could stockpile cash and save up. So we talk a lot about this, the why. When your why is strong enough, the how figures itself out. And so, kind of bringing it back into what this channel is all about, building wealth, saving money so that you can invest in assets so that they can compound over time and generate a return and build wealth. And what's the end goal? It's to be able to, exchange your time for money. And you work hard. And what for? You want to be able to exchange that at some point in time for more time. And, the people that have built up a life of wealth and abundance and a life of the power of choice, they set themselves up to be able to have passive income that's replaced their 9-to-5 wage, so that then they can go do the things that they want to do and are passionate about. And so this channel is all about dissecting and digging into how, why, what are people doing in the moment, not just the finished product, not the, hey, this is what I did over 5, 10, 20 years, and then this is the finished product. We want to hear that, but we also want to hear and learn from the people that are in the moment, on their journey, still trying to figure it out. And maybe, us audience, viewers, other people along the way may be able to hear this and be able to offer inspiration and ideas and, be able to build some type of a community to help each other, lift each other up. And there's what's called the information paradox. And this kind of dovetails into space and science and physics. And, the information paradox from a space perspective has to do with black holes. And, in modern physics law, information is never lost. But in a black hole, that information, in theory, never gets released. It's stuck, it's gone, it's in the singularity of a black hole. And so you have this kind of information paradox. And Hawking in the 70s, discovered Hawking radiation, which has to do with, particles, having basically evaporated from the black hole, and that kind of dispels the possible of the information paradox. But in this world, what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, hey, there is so much information out there. We have information at our fingertips, and yet we all are not happy and successful. We all have not reached our potential. We have all not gotten to where we want to get to, even though we've got all this information at our disposal. Anything you can want to accomplish, you can find it on YouTube, you can find it on Twitter, you can find it on the internet. There's so much stuff out there that's really, really good. But what I'm talking about, the paradox, is it's all there, but how do you sift through all of it to find the stuff that's relevant to you, to find the stuff that can actually help you implement change and implement things to be able to put you into a better position tomorrow, a month from now, 6 months from now. And so that's what I mean by the information paradox. There's all kinds of stuff out there. And so, most of the time we also know what we need to be doing to be happy and successful, but we may not do it enough or do it consistently enough. And, kind of like your New Year's resolution scenario where you do something for a week or 2 or 3 or a month and you don't see the results, or maybe you get bored and get discouraged, distracted, and, or maybe you just don't see the results by the naked eye, even though those results are actually there. They're just not visible by the naked eye. And if you fast forward the clock, 6 months, a year, and if you just keep going and doing and failing and learning and failing and learning and doing, and you look back after a year or even longer, you're going to see a massive amount of success and results. But we just sometimes don't go that far. And so this channel is about trying to help the person in the moment try to be able to get to the next level. And it may be a different resource or a tool or idea or strategy that helps that person in the moment. And everybody's different. Everyone's going to have different things that are going to help that person, just get it or understand what it takes to be able to get to the next level. And one of the things that we talk about, and this is one of my own limiting beliefs, I've been thinking about this channel for 5, 6, 7 years. And it isn't until now that I decided that I was ready to be able to push this thing out there. And part of my limiting beliefs were, hey, I'm not good enough, or, hey, I don't have the right story or the right advice or knowledge to be able to help that next person. And one of the things that got me over the hump is just, thinking about things in a little bit of a different perspective. And it took me a journey to get there. But, people like Tony Robbins or Stephen Covey and a lot of these other thought leaders that have done massive amounts of good work in the community and helped massive amounts of people that have done all these things. But at the end of the day, they haven't reached everybody. They haven't gotten to everybody, haven't connected with everybody. And, this channel is about building wealth and trying to help people get ahead. And, some stats from 2021. So this is after, 2022. So coming out of 2020 and COVID, some of these data metrics are a little outdated as things have kind of evolved and changed. But, about 35 to 40% of Americans did not have at least $400 in savings. So if something happens with your car or breaks down or whatever it is, and whatever emergency, don't have $400 saved. And so why is that? How is that? I mean, obviously there's a level of variation between the expertise and jobs and background and education and all these things. But at the end of the day, there's a set of people that aren't getting ahead. And if this platform, if this channel can help one person, 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, or 1,000 people, who knows where this can get to be able to see things in a different way and learn something that can help them get to their next level of their own potential, then this will be all worth it for us and what we're trying to do. And so that's our mission, is to try to be able to take, what's in front of us, what we know, what we see, and try to be able to figure out a way to be able to get out of our own way and get to the next level. We operate at our own equilibrium. When things are tough and tight, we can rally out and get the adrenaline and pump in to be able to, get back to our own normal level, our own equilibrium or homeostasis, whatever you want to call it. But then a lot of times what happens is that person, they may not keep doing those actions that got them out, and they stay where they are. Or maybe even they start seeing some success. And, just as uncomfortable it was when things are going rough and tough and you rally to get yourself out, when things are going well, that can be just as uncomfortable as when things are tight. And so what happens is we sometimes find ourselves reverting back to our normal levels, and we don't break out of that next level above us when we remain at our equilibrium. And we have this kind of ping pong effect up and down. And, over time, that can be very discouraging. And so when this next great idea or this next opportunity comes in front of us, and we may think to ourselves, hey, this is an opportunity to capitalize on. But if we've been going through years and years of disappointment, we may not have the confidence to be able to plunge forward and jump and dive into that. And so that's what this is all about, is to be able to show somebody, what it takes to be able to excel out of that and break through. And, this whole channel is about uncovering some of these different things that have helped other people. And we want to share these ideas and insights and strategies and the things that people are doing in their own journey to be able to get there. And so, there's all kinds of stuff on the internet, motivational, inspirational things out there that are getting put out there on different platforms, social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. There's all kinds of stuff out there. So again, back to the whole information paradox, lots of good things out there, but are these things helping you reach your next objective or your goal? Or is it just more chaos coming and going that in the moment is motivating, but motivation, we talk about, hey, this is an emotion that comes and goes. And so if we want to be able to reach our goals, it takes more than just information. If all we needed was information to be happy and successful, we'd all be happy and successful. Because again, information is everywhere and it takes more. And so this channel, we try to be able to corral these different ideas and strategies and things to try to anchor them with a couple different main points. And I've broken this whole channel down into three equations. So the savings equation is the first one, the investment equation is the second one, and the results equation is the third one. And so we're going to dig into this in future episodes, and all the things that we're going to talk about are going to kind of revert back and anchor to these equations. And so we really hope that you enjoyed this intro, and this is what this is all about. We're going to be sharing ideas and stories from entrepreneurs and business owners and people with 9-to-5s that are doing things on the side to generate more income, and we'll explain more how this all ties together. But I want to leave you with a little bit of background of who I am and why. Again, I'm here to doing this. But in my late 30s here, I've been in the mortgage industry since 23 out of college, and got blessed and lucky to work at a pretty cool place at Citigroup, working with the financial advisors in a certain platform, and learned the mortgage business that way. This is in 2006 when I started. And then along my way and journey, I got into the outside sales world in terms of just building your own network of clients and building a business, and my own journey of ups and downs. And had been working on the banking side for a number of years, and then got to Farrell Independent Mortgage, and we started a branch here in 2017. And Farrell is a great company, very entrepreneurial, and that's helped shape my life in terms of what we're trying to be able to do from a personal business standpoint, my own real estate journeys, my own thought process and the ways I think about things. But this whole channel kind of started with, hey, what would I have told myself when I was 25 in college, coming out of college and doing things? And I was, working hard, making decent money at that age, and, spending money trying to go, meet people and maybe find my future wife, right? So going to bars, spending money, etc. And one of the things I talk about a lot is that, hey, go do all those things, go have fun, spend money, etc. But do what you can to be able to automate your savings and put some money away, a couple $100 a month, and force yourself to live off of what's left. And so I didn't do that. I did save some money here and there for a few years, but I had no process, no mindset. I was just going and doing. And, this platform, we've kind of broken it down into, hey, if somebody can save 25% of their income, which is kind of where the name Strive for 25 comes from. If they can save 25% of their income, they're going to be well on their path to becoming financially successful and maybe even financially independent, where your passive income, your income streams are basically supporting your lifestyle. And 25% of your income, that's a huge number. Don't get me wrong. I know that, but that's a very intentional number, because I've seen people do it. I've seen people do very creative things to get there. And so again, when your why is strong enough, the how figures itself out. And again, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it. It's not, it's hard. And one of the things, again, we talk about is, hey, making changes, you're changing behavior. Changing behavior is very hard, and it takes very specific knowledge and understanding of how that works. And so again, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it, but it doesn't mean that there's a path. But we talk about the formula. The formula matters. The formula of how you stack your actions and compound your actions matter. And so, along my own journey, I've been able to kind of have my own real estate journey, where I bought properties, lived in them for a bit, kind of my own version of the stair-step method, and did it a couple of times, and time has helped me with values going up. And then I got into 4 families and some commercial properties and just short-term rentals. And now my own next journey with, a ground-up construction development down in Florida. And so the goal, hey, I'm still on my journey, but doesn't mean that I can't share some things on my own journey to help the next person. But then at the same time, in my mortgage job, I'm talking to people in different parts of the country, helping people purchase houses, and talking to realtors and talking to contractors and CPAs and talking to a lot of great people. And, it's all about, connecting people to the right contact. And so if I don't know something, then I'm going to be able to get somebody on that's good, that knows their stuff, that be able to answer questions and give insights on something. So I'm just pumped about this, because I just in this preliminary stages of putting this together and already doing interviews. I've already been doing interviews already. This is the intro that's coming after the fact. So, but already just getting a lot of good feedback, and just, appreciation for being able to share people's stories, and, laying the groundwork for more to come. So I'm just really pumped about this and looking forward to my own journey and learning more, and seeing where this goes. And again, my name is Farrell, and this is Strive for 25, and just looking forward to seeing where this goes. Take care.